I had studied this example situation. Sarah and Paul went to the party last week. Went to the party, simple. And here time is mentioned, so we use past simple. But they didn't see each other. But Paul and Sarah did not see each other. Past simple. Because we talk about past. Paul left the party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11 o'clock. So Paul left the party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at the party at 11 o'clock. So when Sarah arrived at the party, Paul wasn't there. So as she reached at 11 o'clock, so when she arrived at the party, Paul left or Paul wasn't there. He had gone home. He had gone home. Had gone is a past simple. So the formation is subject had plus verb third form, or we use the as he apostrophe did. The past simple is had, helping verb had. Helping verb had. Past simple is had plus past participle third form. Sometimes we talk about something that happened in the past. Sometimes we talk about something that had happened in the past. So for that we use past tense, past simple. This is the starting point of the story. Sarah arrived at the party. This is the starting point of the story. Then if we want to talk about things that happened before this time, so we talk about in the past, and if we talk about before that time, then we use past perfect. So for past perfect, we talk about things that happened before that time. So when Sarah arrived at a party, Paul had already gone home. So starting point is Sarah reached or arrived at the party. Yeah, this is the starting point, and before that if we talk about before that, then we use past perfect. When we got home last night, we found somebody had broken into the flat. Then we starting point. So when we got home last night, we found that somebody had broken into the flat. Karan didn't come to the cinema with her. She had already seen the movie. वो नहीं है because उससे पहले she had already seen the movie. At first I thought I had done the right thing, but soon I realized that I had made a big mistake. First I thought, मैंने सोचा, मतलब पास्ट में सोचा, I had done the right thing. I had done, but I had made a big mistake. The people sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. They hadn't flown before. They had never flown before, or they hadn't flown before. Like all that. Compare present perfect and past perfect. So प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट को देखेंगे, अगर ये सीन देखें तो पास्ट है और नाउ है. सो अगर हम नाउ और पास्ट, नाउ से पहले ऑलरेडी कोई चीज़ हो गया तो उसके लिए प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट यूज़ करेंगे. पास्ट की बात करेंगे और उससे पहले की बात करेंगे तो पास्ट परफेक्ट यूज़ करेंगे. हु इज़ दैट मैन? आई हैव सीन हर बिफोर बट आई कांट रिमेंबर वेयर. वो वुमेन कौन है? आई कांट रिमेंबर वेयर बट आई हैड ऑलरेडी already seen her before and eat it for her. But I can't remember where. We aren't hungry. We have just had a lunch. We have just recently completed होगा. Recently completed or you the dirty. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for weeks. क्योंकि इसका इफेक्ट अभी एक और होता है कि एक कोई भी पास्ट में कोई भी पास्ट में वो उसका इफेक्ट अभी भी दिख रहा है तो मतलब पास्ट में शुरू हो गया बट उसका भी इफेक्ट दिख रहा है जैसे वी टॉक अबाउट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मैन had lost his key so he is unable to enter into the house. We aren't hungry. We have just lunch. The house is dirty. They haven't cleaned it for a week. I wasn't sure who she was. I had seen her before, but I couldn't remember where. We weren't hungry. We had just had a lunch. The house was dirty. They hadn't cleaned it for weeks. Compare past simple and past perfect. Past simple and past perfect to बहुत simple है. Was Tom there when you arrived? Yes, but he left soon afterward. Kate wasn't at home when I phoned. She was at her mother's house. Was Tom there when you arrived? No, he hadn't left. He had already left. Kate had just gone home when I phoned. She had been at her mother's house. Exercise 1. Read the situations and write sentences using the following words in bracket. Here was a picture lying on the floor. It had fallen off the wall. The people sitting next to you on the plane were nervous. It was their first flight. They hadn't flown before. You went back to your hometown recently after many years. It wasn't the same as before. It had changed a lot. Somebody sang a song. You didn't know it. I hadn't heard it before. In exercise 1, you write all the sentences in past perfect. I invited Rachel to the party, but she couldn't come. She had arranged to do something else. You went to cinema last night. You got to the cinema late. The film had already started. Last year we went to Mexico. It was the first time there. We hadn't been there before. I met Danny last week. It was good to see him again after such a long time. I hadn't seen him for 5 years. I offered my friends something to eat, but they weren't hungry. They had just had their lunch. Sam played tennis yesterday. He wasn't very good at it because it was his first game ever. He had never played before. Use the sentences on the left to complete the paragraph on the right. These sentences are in the order in which they happen. A. Happened before. B. Before, etc. But your paragraph begins with the underlined sentence, so sometimes you need past perfect. So first, somebody broke into the office during night. We arrived at work in the morning. We called the police. So we arrived at work in the morning and found that somebody had broken into the office during the night. So we called the police. Laura went out this morning. I rang her doorbell. There was no answer. I went to Laura's house this morning and rang her doorbell. But there was but there was no answer. She had already gone out. Joe came back from holiday a few days ago. I met him the same day. He looked very well. I met Joe a few days ago. He had just came back from holiday. He looked very well. James sent Amy lots of emails. She never replied to them. Yesterday he got a call from her. He was surprised. Yesterday James got a call from Amy. He was surprised. He had sent a lot of emails, but she had never replied to them. Put the verb into the correct form. Past perfect, past simple. Paul wasn't at the party when I arrived. He had gone home. I felt very tired when I got home. So I went straight to bed. The house was very quiet when I got home. Everybody had gone to bed. Means past यानी simple past है और past perfect, anything which happened before that incident. Mark traveled a lot. When I first met him, he We here only go on. He had already traveled around the world. Around the world. Sorry, I'm late. The car broke down on my way here. We were driving along the road when we saw a car which had broken down, so we stopped to help.